Right. Right.
Here's the positives and negatives of the situation, right? On one side, it's on one side you can focus on something different, but when you got kids, in the back of your mind is always, where are my kids? Are they okay? Right? Parents parents need to share resources from different families, right?
Yeah.
um, you need some time where one family is looking after the children. You need some time where um, uh, maybe you're looking after their kids, they're looking after your kids, so that everybody can get on. And good mothers are always looking to take care of more children, right? So and yeah, and there are huge advantages to having a garden from the perspective of just being able to go outside for 5 minutes, right? I mean, I've
Right.
lived in a flat for the last 3.5, maybe 3.5, maybe 4 years,
Yeah.
and moving back to being in a house, just going outside for 10 minutes, when you see the sun shining, and it's like, I'm just going to go outside for 10 minutes, and I'm going to just breathe the air, and um get a little bit of sunshine, and have a different perspective on the world, and think differently for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
it's just a different, and probably in general, a healthier perspective on life, just to go outside for that period of time.
Yeah.
um and then, don't get me wrong, I like flats as well. It's just a completely different perspective of being able to go out into a garden and see trees and plants and flowers and birds and bees and little things flying around, and you don't even know what they are. It's like, what's
Yeah.
that? Right? and and you can understand that the flat might be more compact, it might be more organized, it might be easier to keep things
Yes.
neat and tidy. For example, that the house might have 101 other problems. They always do, right? I mean, this is a big old house that I'm in right now, and
Yes.
there's nothing that isn't broken. There's
Huh.
there's every like, it's like, this door won't open properly. This drawer won't open or close, or the uh, that this the light might go on when I hit the switch, or it might not go on, and somewhere in and and it's not easy to fix things because the
Mm.
walls are big and thick and old, and uh, it's uh, it's just a sign of a different different age and a different time. But yeah, it's nice for kids to be able to play together, especially when especially when it's non-constructive time. Yeah, I mean,
Mm.
not non. But by constructive, I mean organized. I mean, because a
Yeah.
lot of things for children are very highly organized. There's a very specific uh, reason for what they're doing or what's organized for them, especially in school. That there's a target, there's a goal, and that has to be achieved. Um, but I think the real magic in play is is when there's not a target, when there's not a goal,
Yeah.
and the the children are free to express themselves and um, explore whatever they think or feel is
Yeah.
is is natural for them. And those are fun elements. Also, when children play together, they will tire each other out, right? And
Yes.
they'll run around a lot, they'll play a lot, and they'll hopefully fall asleep very quickly. Children are often able to uh, in in a positive environment, children are often able to completely relax,
Yeah.
and that complete relaxation is an opportunity to recharge and get more energy and it's really hard for parents and adults because as you naturally as you get older, you lose a little bit of that energy, you lose a little bit of the vitality, and it's hard to keep up with the speed and the pace at which
Yeah.
children um, live, and at which children grow and understand things as well. I'm watching my children understand things much faster than me, and I am I'm watching my son become a man, and these are quite powerful things to observe in the world around about us. Uh, so I like puzzle games, and I was looking at a puzzle game with my daughter the other day, and I didn't understand the puzzle. So I was looking at I was looking at the game, and I was like, I don't understand what you're supposed to do. And as with many games, there's no instructions, right? There's no instructions. It's just complete this puzzle. I'm like, I'm looking at it like, I do not know what to do here. And my daughter is like, instantly, she's like,
Yeah.
do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, and the puzzle's complete. I'm like, how did you even know what to do? How did you even see that? Right? Because I didn't see that at all. I just saw this. I just saw confusion,
Yeah. Yeah.
panic. I had no idea what to do. And for her, it was no problem at all. It was instantly solved. And so, the way to approach that is to then say, okay, explain to me what I have to do,
Yeah.
um, because obviously you understand it better than me, and that happens at quite a young age. Children are able to develop skills enough to solve complex problems that adults can't. And I've always said that the problems of the world are not created by children. The problems of the world are created by adults.
Yeah.
And if you observe children, you don't, especially very young children, you don't see adult problems in their world. You don't see prejudice. You don't see bias. You don't see, there's no racism for children, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it just there's no sexism for children, right?
Right.
Boys are boys, girls are girls, whatever. It's in it's only later in life that these things, as a construct of society, appear when children are taught the wrong things. Like there's only one way to do something, or this is right and that is wrong. And there should be some set of rules, but yeah, the mind closes very quickly, and children are, especially the adult mind, and children are a great example of, if you put a Christian, a Muslim, a Hindu, a Buddhist child in the same room, they will play with each other. There's no negative feeling or animosity there at all, and that is the way that things should be. And however, with people, especially adult people, love resources, and I think that almost all conflict is a result of the quest for resources, the endless quest to have more of something that you think or feel is going to improve the quality of your life. And more leads to more, right? It would, for sure, there's a certain level of having security that matters. As Maslow's pyramid, you've probably come across that, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, um, that that there are basic things that every individual needs in order to be sort of satisfied or happy. Or as I teach my children, there are three legs to the table. Life is a three-legged table. One leg is your physical health, one leg is your mental health, and one leg is your spiritual health. So imagine a table with three legs. Yeah. Now imagine a table with three legs that loses one of its legs. What happens to the table? The table falls over, right?
Mm.
Three-legged table, you take away one of the leg falls over, right? So so that's what happens if you don't focus on keeping strong physical health, strong mental health, strong spiritual health on a daily basis. You end up with an unstable table on which to build and construct the experiences of your life. And children understand this very quickly. Makes perfect sense to them. But you try talking to adults about it. Becomes really, really, really complicated. Specifically because adults say, "Oh, it's more complicated than that." Maybe.
Mm.
Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't.